Oh yeah, I will rock your world, 'cause I'm a dragon slayer girl. Oh, hey there, I barely saw you there. Welcome back to How to Make a Video with me, Skylar Payne. Last time we went over some stuff. So now that we have your script completely finished and polished, we can easily transition right into the next step, which is recording you. Recording the vocals for the video, your voice, will either be the most entertaining thing for you to do, or it could also be your ultimate downfall. So let's hope it's the first one. But before we get into actually recording your voice, let's figure out what we're using. Or what I'm using. It's a comfortable standard for any person that puts his or her audio out onto the internet. You don't know what this is? Well, you better start knowing, because it's a goddamn blue snowball mic. Go on Amazon right now and pick one of these suckers up for $52.58 plus free shipping on the date of June 19th, 1993. Why? Because it's just good. It's a wonderful entry-level microphone for any amateur content creator who doesn't really want to go and fiddle around with all a bunch of stuff just to get great recording of their voice. It's nice. Also, if you have a few extra bucks, why not pick up a pop filter? It may just seem like fancy schmancy nonsensical stuff to someone who's never done this before, but when you go back and listen to your recordings later and hear all those audio spikes after every P, well, you're gonna wish you didn't have all those audio spikes after every P. Here's a quick example of how swanky the cheapest pop filter is. Here's me with the pop filter. Ponypox. This puzzling pony plague afflicted a population of ponies back in the Paleopony period. Say that 10 times fast. And here's me without. Ponypox! This puzzling pony plague afflicted a population of ponies back in the Paleopony period. As you can hear, one is clearly better. The second one, duh! Speaking of the actual application of your voice, whatever application might we be using to record it? Why, Audacity, of course. Audacity is super easy to use and has a nice selection of effects you can use right off the bat with no extra fooling about it. And price? Ha! There isn't one. It's totally free! Swank! Now we have hardware and software to actually lay down some of those sweet and tasty lines. And to do that effectively, I've written out a few tricks of the trade to help you personally sound better. If you don't have much experience talking for long durations, or you're just feeling a bit rusty, I highly recommend looking up some vocal warm-ups. These phrases and breathing exercises will help you in your enunciation and all-around strength of your voice. Being sure to get plenty of air in before blurting out your verbal diarrhea will make the ends of your sentences not sound like you're running out of air. And that's important. Another important thing that you're gonna need is a nice big glass of water. H2O is great for lubricating the voice magic that's in your neck so that you'll end up sounding bright and clear. Remember, if your throat isn't moist, how can you expect the ladies to be? Ah, misogyny. Speaking of killing the mood, make sure that when you're recording to be in the mood. You're not gonna want to put into cement your unwillingness to do exactly what you're doing right now. Anyone that'll be giving you this flimsy chance at anything will definitely be able to pick this up. So record when you're in a good mood, and it'll subconsciously reflect into your recordings. Alright. And remember, you're gonna want to shoot for perfection and clarity at this point of your creative process. If you leave in poorly worded lines and weakly voiced phrases, you are not gonna retain any real positive impressions you've possibly made on the viewer thus far. Great job! We now have our voiceovers. Now, depending on whether or not you have a camera and your willingness to use it, this next part of the video will be all about it. Recording you live! Yay! Now this whole part of the video is completely optional. Deciding against having live segments for your video will not subtract from its value. However, if you are interested in having live segments, you better listen up, Sally. Got a lot to say. Basically, you're gonna need to apply all that you've learned from the previous step and introduce even more. Trust me, it's not as hard as it sounds. Now, as far as video capturing equipment goes, use whatever you got. I started out on a shitty webcam, and look where I am now. Oh yeah. First and foremost, you're gonna need to set up your shooting area and potentially lighting. take some time to readjust your seating, angle of the camera, and positioning between you and it. The safest way of going about this is to take a slightly larger shot of yourself and giving yourself plenty of headroom while doing your lines. This way you have some space to work with while editing later, rather than being stuck with something that's a bit too zoomed in and having to reshoot later, which is really annoying. Additionally, lighting will be a key factor to any live action shot. Some people will be blessed and already own a lamp they can point their way, or perhaps utilize a spot in their room for natural lighting. But some others are gonna have to either work on getting any lighting, become crafty, or just deal with people not being able to see that beautiful face of theirs. Oh baby. So, more or less, any source of luminance you can makeshift into professional lighting is highly preferred over being shadow-eyes the I can't see your face. Splendid! Now we have our set prepared, and it's time to hit that delicious little red button. Or you would be able to, if you knew how to sit in front of a camera and speak your lines correctly. Come on, get with it. Now, before you were just recording your voice, so it was a bit easier. You didn't exactly have to remember each and every line. You could just read off the screen as you spoke, so it was fine. Well, now doing that just isn't gonna cut it. Nobody's gonna wanna watch you lazily read off your screen for dialogue while shooting it. It just looks so bad. Give yourself a short while to go over your lines a few times to remember them. This way it looks as though you're this perverse all the time, being able to string together a flurry of words and odd synonyms to make yourself into a more enthralling, compelling, and thought-provoking individual.
This way you look good and you know a lot of words and you're a cool guy.
See? Not very perverse at all. You're not gonna want to be this ne'er-do-well. Unless you do. He's rather handsome. But never mind that, let's get back to recording you. The last tidbit I can offer you will save you quite a lot of stress later on. Before and after each and every line you record, give yourself a good second of you just being still. You may not notice it now, but when you're editing the video and you're trying to piece everything together, you may notice a bunch of beginnings and ending of clips where you're not even ready or finished speaking your lines. So give it a good solid second of fat to slice off on either side. It'll be worth it in the end. This actually especially goes for before you even start your line. This time should be allocated to taking in a deep breath and then slowly breathing out. Specifically for those who are new or those who get a bit nervous recording. This will not only prepare yourself for the line to come, but will also calm yourself down enough to get you through the line confidently.
I actually had a good few problems with this myself. Good breathing is your best friend. Not only will it help you sound great, but it will also keep you alive, right? Wow. Thanks. Thanks, trees. You go. And alas, we're completed with the recording of yourself. We've now put your script into words and potentially live action scenes. All that's left now is the putting together of your video. But we'll have to get into that next time. Because right now I got a lot on my plate. There's nothing on my plate right now. It's another day. We'll do it another time. Thank you so much for watching. Right up here will be the next video in the series when it comes out again, and that'll be the Sonic video I used as reference. There's not going to be any explosions this time, but that'll be it.